Hello, everybody. My name is Slice. Welcome to episode 6 of FTB Direwolf20. Let's jump into some power. All right, before we jump in too far into immersive engineering for some power, I want to go over something. The house, it's not shaping up perfectly to what I was hoping it would based on how I was feeling about the layout. So I'm probably going to revisit a little bit. On top of that, there is a material that I'm hoping to be able to get before I really go too far. Basalt, polished basalt, and I'm not sure which one is the one I had picked, but it produces a really nice looking stone that I want to be able to use in the floor of my build. But I can't get that until I go to the nether. And I don't quite want to go to the nether just yet. On top of that, I don't want to go too far because just using a pickaxe trying to clear like an entire basement, it's just not good, right? And since Tinker's Construct was added, I'm going to try and make myself a hammer. As well as being able to clear the basements for what I'm about to explain here. I mentioned doing water wheels and some waterfalls. So what I did was I came over to these mountains and I made a little bit of a waterfall. Now, they're not pretty yet. I just wanted to see what they would look like. So let's actually go up here so I can show you. Okay, so there is actually a lake up here. Now, it's a frozen lake, but down there is actually not frozen water. It's just there because the way, I guess, water and ice work is if there's a block above it, it won't freeze. I'm not sure how that works with a block that looks transparent, but either way, I have it set up so that way this won't freeze. That's why all of this is here. I'll probably find a way to cover this a tad, but for now I have a water going down, and I'll make this a little bit prettier. I just wanted to get something down here so that way I can visualize. I plan on potentially like making this a river all the way across, so not getting rid of this but including it into that build, and then also including the river to down here and bringing it along down here and making like a pond or something along those lines, and then have a bridge coming from the house down. Now I made myself a little bit of a center line just to have it so I can visualize where things are. Not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. On top of everything else, I have found what I was looking for in Britannia. So I had mentioned that I really hate having to take my ring off when I'm going around my mana pool over here. And I had sworn that there was a flower that prevented the action of the ring. Well, there is. They changed the name of it, and that's why it didn't look familiar. I don't know how to say this. Solignolia? But either way, this shuts off the ring of magnetization within the area of effect of the flower. And then, if I want to reduce the range, I can make a petite version of it. So I'm thinking, at first what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the flower, and I might do it like right here. And I want to see how... I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit too large, so I'll probably move it here and then make it smaller. just to be able to shut off the ring of magnetization without having to actually take it off. So that's one goal that I'll be looking into. So that'll be great. And then let's take another look at something else that I found. There was a comment made about different power, and one of the powers from previous versions of Minecraft were big reactors, or as some may know it, extreme reactors. Well, extreme reactors isn't in here, but extreme reactors 2 is. It looks quite a bit different. I haven't spent much time into it. There is a book, so I'll probably be crafting that eventually. That'll be great. But I don't know. I haven't looked into this yet, aside from just finding it like maybe 30 minutes ago. So that'll be pretty neat. Maybe I can do something with that. I don't know how good the power gen will be. So that's a future possibility for power. So that has me a little excited because I really, really enjoyed big reactors. That was pretty sweet. Now, but in the meantime, there is something else that we got to do in order to even get started. I can't even do the water wheels. The water wheels, I can't do them because they take steel. In order to get steel, I have to have steel grit. Steel grit only comes from running machines. I have no power, which means I need power before I can even get the water wheels. So I was thinking, why not stick with immersive engineering and go with windmills? I can put them on top of the hills. Right? Maybe 3 over there, 3 over there. And then what I can do is run power from them into a battery cell, and then I can run, what is it? What are they called? I was thinking possibly the mechanism cabling, or maybe even the Powah cabling. I have a feeling mechanism's going to have to wait because it does take, the cheapest one takes steel. So there's that. So initially, I'll probably go with depending on how much it actually costs. I might just go with these basic energy cables, the starter ones. I mean, I know they're not super expensive, but it's going to be a little bit pricey for how little I actually have as of right now. And on top of that, I can get an energy cell from Powah. This is fairly cheap, actually. I could even go even cheaper and go with this basic one here. But going from this to the next tier, going from starter to basic, that is, it's really not that much difference. Like it's really not. Instead of having 4 of these, it has 4 of these. So it's really not that much different. And I get 4 of those off of one craft of that. So I'm probably just going to go straight to the basic. It stores 1 million FE. So that's great. So let's work on getting some windmills, shall we? Put away all my books. Now, in order to craft all of that, I'm going to need some creosote. And I've been gathering a bunch of creosote. Okay, so is it... Okay, it's planks. Yeah, let's just use these, I guess. that's gonna take a little bit. I wonder, can I just put the tank in there? Because that'd be kind of cool. For some reason I think not, but we'll try. Oh, you can. That's amazing. Yeah. Now can I mix? I can. That's so good. I don't actually... I sort of did a rough calculation on what I would need. I'm going to need a lot more than that. So let's go. Did any of these trees grow yet? No, that's fine. There should be plenty up here. Let's just make a bunch. Is that full? Might be full. I think that's what that means. It's really close to being full. I'll just leave it alone for now. I'll make a bunch of stuff another time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft myself a bunch of windmill blades. I'm going to craft... Ooh, can I even do that? I've been using the fiber. Maybe I'll craft a few of these. The tough fabric, you just... the tough fabric goes into the windmill sails, and the windmill sails go on to the windmills, because the windmill itself, it's like the basic tier of windmill, and it produces very little. But if you put the windmill sails on it, it increases the speed at which the windmill spins, thus generating more energy. So maybe I will try to get some of those, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get enough right away for all 6 windmills that I want. But I'm going to get enough stuff to craft 6 windmills, 6 kinetic dynamos, which again, they're not too bad. They're pretty cheap, right? Not too bad. But once I do that, I'll bring you right back. And we're back. So I crafted everything. I got the 6 dynamos. I got the 6 windmills. I have some wire connectors. I have a little bit of coil. I'll probably need more coil. That's fine. I still have a lot of treated wood and a little bit of treated sticks, but I have them here in the storage crate because I'm not quite ready to place everything yet. I need to be able to clear a large section of stone and andesite and all those hard materials. So we're gonna make a hammer. First thing I need though is one of these, so that way I can make a cast. So let's do that. Yeah, gold's there. Is this copper? Is bronze? I think might not be enough bronze. No. Okay. Probably should have done that out of stone. Let's go with... No, let's see here. Do 3 and 9. Guess I put all that. I hope that they fixed the graphical issue there, because it doesn't look like it's cooking, but it ends up cooking it. So come on, bronze. All right, 1 block, 3 ingots. Should be enough. And the lovely thing about this is I believe there's modifiers that will allow me to increase the height of it. So I could technically get this to be a 5 by 5 for height and width of it. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I like the 3 by 3 without having that modifier on there. Okay, and I think I need 2 of these. Am I going to have enough? Darn. Okay. That should be plenty, though. Over to the anvil. Nope. That and that. And you're mixed. Perfect. Come on. Thank you. And then switch that. And now I have a bronze sledgehammer. Now, do I want to make this out of stone? I kind of think I do. Which means I didn't need to do what I did before. What kind of difference is there? It's still diamond mining level. Not that that really matters too much. Durability change is huge. I do get stone bound, and it changes from maintained 4 to 3. Mining speed goes down a little bit, but I can alter that by putting on, I believe, redstone. At least that's the way it used to be anyway. Pretty sure I can melt this back down. Let me see if I can melt this down before I actually do that. It looks like it's melting. Aha, there is a bar. That should finish then. Okay, yeah, let's make that out of stone. So that way I can repair it out of stone. Because most of it's nighttime. Most of the material that I'm going to get is going to be stone. Now, I should probably make a spare, what is it, crafting station? No, tinker station. Yeah. So that way I can repair on the go. Let's do that. Okay, so 4 planks and then 3 of those. Four. Put that there. And now I can mine in a 3x3 area. So let's go give that a shot underneath the house. Just to give her a whirl. Yeah, that's good. That'll make early mining a little bit easier too, before I can get the flux spore. Once I get the flux spore, it's essentially just going to replace the hammer. Because with that, you can easily switch between single, triple, or 3x3, and also eventually 5x5, and I think it goes up to 7x7. Yeah. With that, I can now clear I can clear like an opening area, because what I want to do, I don't want to just have everything out in the open. Okay, I'm gonna pipe the stuff into like a little facility, a little room. Right, so I can put, let's see here, I can put some windmills up here, like clear off this little section, put a windmill over there, windmill here, and another one somewhere. Give it enough room, make it look nice, and then now this one already had a nice little opening down here. You can see. So I don't really need to dig this one too much. But just have a little bit of a space here so that way I can put in the necessary electrical components. Right, and I'll expand that depending on how large I need it. Might just go that entire space. Yeah, that's probably good. I got plenty of cobble, so it's not like I need to be stingy with it or anything. I'm gonna get a ton of it anyway. Speaking of a ton of it, there is something that I've been meaning to make and I keep forgetting. So I'm going to make that here shortly. So that way I can clear up a ton of inventory space in my base. Can any of you guess what it is? Did you guess yet? Oh, yeah. Okay, so tier 1 takes some very basic material. Tier 2... Okay, that takes pretty much basic material. That one is a little pricey because it's got the diamonds. And that's not happening anytime soon. Great. So I think I can make it directly to tier 3. Let's see, I need 2 pistons, 4 pistons, 6 pistons. Yeah. All right, so I'll probably do that here in a moment. But let's go take a little look to see where I might want to have a little facility here. What I could also do, at least on this side, not sure about over there. I can have the facility kind of like have a window on the outside here. Oh, hold on, let's just go back over here. Do it like on that level. Like up here. Right, and then we can make a little facility right here. We'll put some glass. I don't have any glass on me right now, so for right now I'll just put, I guess, cobblestone. Right, and then the glass will go right there, so that way when I'm running around I can see the facility in here. Now the trick is going to be, how am I going to run the power? Not really sure where I want to put the windmills just yet. And I guess that really depends on how I'm going to be able to run the power. So if I if I use the energy cells, I would only really want at least 2 to start. One for over there and one for over here, right? And then, oh, I don't have the cable saved over there. That's why I'm missing it. Make these. They're fairly cheap to make, so I can do long runs of them, meaning I can go from anywhere on top of this mountain to the facility inside of it to be able to store the power. And then eventually I can run the power over to the house. Or maybe I can use this power as have some automation happening in these hills, perhaps. Not quite sure what kind of automation I would want here. I don't know if there's a quick way to teleport from base to these mountains, so that's something to look into. I know there's waypoints, but I don't want to have to click on the waypoints every time I do that. I mean, Ender Staff is a thing. Share Stone. What is a Share Stone? Huh. I wonder if this is like a thing where you have a handheld teleportation device. There's a portable teleporter. I wonder how that works. That'll be worth looking into. Okay. Cable facade. Ender anchor. Look and crouch to teleport to it. This might be the answer. This was part of Ender IO, I thought. Maybe they took it? Teleport yourself or the target entity to the nearest surface above. Teleports where you look using ender pearls as fuel. Oh, that's a lot of ender pearls. I don't have anywhere near that. I'm going to need ender pearls. So maybe I can work on a mob farm too. Speaking of mob farm, I went down to where that spawner was from the previous episode and marked it on the map so that way I know where it comes up over here. So I can now produce a building over there. Might flatten this, like take this bit and put it in there. Have a windmill up here, down there, and over there. So let's drop down. I don't need it to be too big. One, two, three, four. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do a smallish room. Guess maybe I'll move that over. Move it over by one. Or do I make it the entire wall? Yeah. Make sure nothing can spawn in here. Perfect. And now I run for my life. The Bows and arrows, not so bad. Those little vampire things, though, those, so annoying. They have longer melee range, and they kind of hurt. Oh, right. So I put the flower here, and I tested it. So while I'm dropping coal on this, I can't pick it up. I've stood around trying to pick it up. It doesn't pick up. So I'm not going to make it the tiny one, because then I'd be afraid if I stand like here, I'd be able to pick it up. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is and see how it goes. Right now, it seems to be working just fine. Okay, now let's see. What kind of material do I want to build the windmill out of initially? I'm not going to make it look any sort of super pretty yet. I just kind of want to get it functional so that way I can get some power going. So in that case, I could probably just go with cobblestone. Post-editing Wild Slicer here. I goofed. Yep. During the last clip that I was doing, where I actually built the windmills, I somehow managed to have my mic muted. I don't know how it got muted. It happened again this morning on something else. So there must be some sort of key binding that is causing it. But what you'll notice down in the corner there is a sped up process of me building this section. Now you kind of get a little sneak peek here as to what it is. So you can see the future and the past all at the same time. But what I ended up doing was I had a relay in the middle. I ended up having to create an LV capacitor because the cables here, even though they don't match up, when I was testing it, I thought that I was getting energy transfer, and turns out that I wasn't able to replicate that with these cables. So I needed another means to be able to do it. So what I ended up doing was, what is that called? I did the relay from, can't remember what that's called. I did the connector up top, which is connected to the Kinetic Dynamo, and then I did a relay into another connector. And I repeated the process over there. So I'll take you down below real quick so that way you can see it. I will be making this room look a little bit prettier, but not quite yet. No. Let's see here. Is it this one? No. I closed it up all nice and tight, and I can't remember. There we go. So I essentially brought them all the cables down. The cables are connected to the bottom of the LV capacitor, and then they're all transferring over into the energy coil. Now this has had quite a bit of time to run, so I've got them both filled up. So I have some energy stored with me, so that way I can start utilizing them. Do the machines in here for now until I can get transfer energy over to the house once I get the house actually built. But as you can see, I did the same thing over here on all three of them. Okay, this one doesn't look as pretty. I'll have to fix that, but I need to take the floor down one more level, right? And then I can cover that. Why is there a hole there? now I have some energy. Okay. Something else I did in between realizing that I messed up on the mic, I crafted myself that pocket storage that I told you about. I did do the tier 3 one. It's pretty easy to get to, so clear those out of my queue. It's really cool though. It's kind of like the Dev Null from a previous mod. There's a lot of enemies over there. What's up with that? I don't know what that's all about. But instead of just being one slot, it's a lot of different slots. And it holds a lot of material. So like a lot of the cobblestone will go into here. I just kind of made it look nice with cobble, gravel, lava stone, diorite, granite, andesite, sediment. And I'll probably add more blocks as the time goes on. I killed an Enderman just before this, and I guess I got a drop from it. I went mining a lot too, just to get some resources. So I ended up shifting this room around a little bit. A little sneak peek into what the next episode's going to happen. I won't say anything more than that. But drop that down there. Oh man, I'm gonna need to make more energy cables to be able to do what I want to do up in those 2 rooms. I guess I'll just show you how much stuff I ended up gathering. Not that in case you're taking track or whatever. Okay. And yeah, so unfortunately, I did do that little oopsie doopsies, meaning that this video is going to be ever so slightly shorter, but that's fine. I am going to leave it here, so please drop a like, drop a comment. Thanks for chilling.